One thing that'll help you handle conflict better is how you view conflict itself. Sometimes it's hard to remember, but your spouse is not your enemy, and you're not in battle with them when you have an argument. There are three things that you should remember about how to view conflict. Number one, be on the same team. It is not you against your spouse. It is you and your spouse against the problem. Always see it this way and have in your heart that my intention is not to win, my intention is to defeat the problem. If you approach it as you versus your spouse, everyone loses. Okay? Marriage is a three-legged race. So if your partner falls, you fall. Number two, arrogance gets you nowhere. Allow me to read for you a quote from a book titled The Power of Apology. The price you pay for holding on to your arrogance and refusing to admit when you're wrong is the loss of your marriage, the respect of your children, and the respect of those with whom you work. And the biggest price of all is the loss of your true self. The more you build up walls of arrogance in order to protect your pride, the less contact you have with your true self. Ultimately, the false self you show the world, the person who's always right, always confident, always on top of things, will take over, and you will have little or no true self to come home to. And I think if all of us stop and reflect on our own lives, we'll see that arrogance has done nothing for us but cause problems. So point number three, attach yourself to the long-term view. Research has shown that one of the three key things that leads to a successful marriage is a sense of determination in solving marital conflicts. Conflicts will happen, but how people see the conflicts affect how they handle it. Some people humble themselves and try to work through the conflict and take their spouse's needs into consideration. They think to themselves, we will get through this. It may take some time, but we're going to make it. Others become selfish and just worry about what they need, so they do whatever it takes to get it. They eventually think, I must have made a mistake in marrying them. They're unreasonable, and there's no way we can solve this. If there's one thing I want you to take from this video, it's this. Never threaten the long-term view. You are a unit. She is your wife, he is your husband, and you are in this together. Let's not make the fool's choice, turning everything into a one or the other decision. It's either we solve this problem or get divorced. No, there's always an alternative. If you're having problems, talk to people, get a counselor, sit down with your spouse, and brainstorm ways that you can solve the issue. So sit down with them and say, honey, I think we've both realized that we've been having problems lately and figuring out who takes care of the kids on the weekends. Can we sit down and talk about it so we can see where we can improve things? Make the effort and God will help you. As he says in chapter 4, if they both desire reconciliation, then God will cause it between them. The main question people have at this point is, what if my spouse doesn't want to play along? What if I'm the only one who makes effort? The answer? It takes one candle to light a dark room. Brother Q signing off. Assalamu alaikum.